Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a brand new movie review for you. Today we're talking about Peter Pan and Wendy, the new live action version over on Disney Plus. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as that helps us grow the channel, of course, and helps us get noticed in the YouTube algorithm. We're almost to 250 subscribers, so let's get there. Now let's dive into Peter Pan and Wendy. This film, I didn't know what to expect going in, really, because I didn't even know this film existed until about 3 weeks ago when I heard about it. I just thought, this year we were getting Little Mermaid, and that was about it for these reimaginings of the classic Disney tales. And then I saw a trailer for this, and I was like, that doesn't look very good, but I'll watch it for the channel. I saw Jude Law was in it. I really like Jude Law, so I was like, yeah, what the hell, I'll give this a shot. I was nervous, though, because, like I said, didn't even know this existed until a few weeks ago, so lack of marketing. Plus, the last one of these live-action reimaginings that was put straight on Disney Plus was Pinocchio last year, and I hated that movie. I thought it was one of the worst films I watched last year, and I just was not a fan, so I was like, I don't know. And Peter Pan was never one of my favorites of the classic Disney films, but I'm proud to say I like this film. I thought it was an enjoyable film. It's definitely not top tier Disney live action remakes like a Jungle Book or a Cinderella, but it's definitely not at the bottom with Pinocchio and Dumbo. This film's somewhere in the middle. It's anchored by a great performance by Jude Law as Captain Hook. He's incredible in this film. Jude Law has been really, he's always crushing it, but he's been really crushing it lately. I feel like he's really upped his game in the last like 10 years or so. Just incredible performance from him as Captain Hook. The kids are all great. If you watch the channel, sometimes I'll say like kid actors aren't the best, and of course Peter Pan, a tale like Peter Pan and Wendy really kind of counts on kid actors and such. And it was great. Like, all of them did a very good job. No noticeable names in the kid cast other than Jude Law. He's the only one I noticed. I haven't done any research because it's like 3 a.m. right now and my brain's melting out of my ear. But I feel like Jim Gaffigan plays Captain Hook's little sidekick. I could be wrong about that, but he was giving me Jim Gaffigan vibes for sure. But yeah, I thought it was great that they included a Down syndrome actor in The Lost Boys. I thought that was fantastic. And this one feels like the perfect mix of what they should do with these live action reimaginings. Like, The Lion King was literally just the animated Lion King with new effects. I like when they take what worked in those and then get rid of what doesn't work. Like, if they did the original Peter Pan story nowadays, like, it would probably get some blowback because Peter Pan's kind of a douchebag in the original. He kind of takes Wendy and is like, hey, you're going to be the mother to the Lost Boys and deal with it. In this one, they do reference that. One of them's like, what if Wendy's our mom? And she's like, no, I don't even want to be a mom. So I thought that was nice, a nice callback to that stuff, but not doing it again, because that stuff wouldn't really fly nowadays. Is Peter Pan still kind of a douchebag? Yeah, he's still kind of a little douchebag, but that's just the Peter Pan character, and it's part of his character arc as it comes to the end of the film, where he becomes a better person. I do have some flaws with this film, though. I thought Neverland looked pretty boring. Like, I think it looked like they shot it in like the volume like they used for Mandalorian, and it just kind of looked bland and boring. Like, nothing's going on in Neverland, which is kind of strange. When they're flying around, you can definitely tell they were just on wires floating around. I don't know how you would make it look better, but I feel like it's Disney. They could have figured out a way, because it looks pretty cheap. It looks like a stage production of just kids floating around the volume, and that's definitely probably what it was. And I think it was painfully obvious that the actress that plays Tinkerbell was never on set with these other people, ever. She definitely shot her scenes on a green screen by herself somewhere, because every time it's time for her to like make a facial expression, it cuts into a really close up of her. You can't see any other characters in the background, and she does her little face, she does her little thing. And the only other time you see her, like the actress, in frame with another character is from the back, and it's blurry, so they probably used a stand-in. So I don't think that actress was ever interacting with the other actors. Probably like the old tennis ball trick when the actors were talking to her. So there was just a couple like technical things that I think could have used some work. But it's a Disney Plus movie. It's not like it went to theaters. It was probably on the cheaper side to make, and that's probably why it kind of looks a little on the cheaper side compared to some of these other remakes like Beauty and the Beast or The Jungle Book. But I like this film overall. Like I said, I do have some problems with it that I just stated, but definitely not at the bottom of the live action reimaginings, but nowhere near the top either. It's somewhere in the middle ground. Definitely a streaming film. Definitely not a must watch, but definitely like if you're bored on a Saturday night and you got an hour and a half to blow, why not put on Peter Pan and Wendy with the kids? But if you want to watch a live action, Peter Pan story, just go watch Steven Spielberg's Hook with Robin Williams, if I'm being honest. But Peter Pan and Wendy is enjoyable enough to get a 7 out of 10 from me here on the channel. Let me know down in the comments below if you've hopped on Disney Plus this weekend and watched this flick as well, or if I convinced you to watch it, or if I convinced you just to skip it and wait for The Little Mermaid next month, which I'm hoping is a much, much better film. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more geeky content as we approach 250 subscribers. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.